A 22-year-old rusty Honda Civic made one man richer than people driving BMWs, Teslas, and luxury SUVs, and nobody realized it until 20 years later. At 24, he bought a cheap used 2001 Honda Civic for $9,400 cash. His friends laughed at it. Co-workers mocked it. Even strangers at gas stations pitied him. But while everyone around him kept upgrading cars, chasing leases, and drowning in monthly payments, he quietly made one decision over and over again, every single morning. Keep driving the Civic. That tiny decision changed his entire financial future. The Civic wasn't pretty. The heater barely survived winters, the seats squeaked, the mirror once fell off in the snow, and by year 20 the car had over 270,000 miles on it. Meanwhile, his brother Kevin upgraded from a Tahoe to a 4Runner, then multiple Acuras, believing every new car made life look more successful. Co-workers rolled into the parking lot with luxury sedans and Teslas, while he still showed up in what they called the lawnmower. People assumed he was broke. They had no idea he was secretly building wealth every month. Instead of paying a $420 car payment like everyone else, he invested that money into a simple index fund. Month after month, year after year. No flashy trades, no crypto hype, just consistency. After 10 years, the account reached $71,000. A few years later, it crossed $126,000. By the time the Civic became an old joke nobody remembered making, the investment account had exploded to nearly $500,000. The real pressure didn't come from the car breaking down. It came from watching everyone else upgrade. Friends bought luxury cars. Family members leased vehicles they couldn't truly afford. Society constantly whispered the same message. You deserve something newer. Every time he heard it, he did the math again. And every time, the numbers told the same story. The car wasn't costing him money anymore. Replacing it was. Then one cold morning after 22 years, the Civic finally died in a coffee shop parking lot. The mechanic said the engine repair wasn't worth it. Most people would see an old dead car, but when he sat down and checked his brokerage account, he realized that old Honda had quietly created over $721,000 in investments. The car itself wasn't valuable. The discipline behind it was. He returned to the same used car lot where he bought the first Civic decades earlier, and paid cash for another used Honda. By then, the lesson was burned into his mind forever. Wealth is usually built through boring decisions repeated for years while everyone else chases appearances. Later, sitting at lunch with his old mentor Lucas, he finally understood the truth. Lucas told him the story was never about the car. It was about the thousands of mornings where he resisted buying something he could technically afford. Most people remove friction by financing convenience. He did the opposite. He accepted the friction, and over time, that friction compounded into freedom. By retirement age, his brother Kevin had owned 11 different cars and retired comfortably with around $1.1 million. He retired with over $1.4 million, a paid-off house, and another Civic sitting in the driveway. The difference wasn't income. It wasn't luck. It was one simple decision made repeatedly for 22 years straight. And that's the terrifying part. Most people watching this already know which version of the story they're living.